this evening. Okay, time to set up TikTok live. Let me find it. Let me find it.
What's going on TikTok?
Yeah, that's something right there. Okay. Poetry night. Poetry night. Poetry night. Oh, I got something right there. Welcome in, Shamar. How are you? How you feeling? How's it going? God bless you. How was your day? Oh, really? You left me a comment on Instagram? You like me, Shamar? What you like? What's your name on Instagram, Peace and Joy? What's your name over there? Poetry Night. Nadir, tell your mama to do that. You ain't telling me to do that. I don't do none of that. NorCal? Oh, okay. I'll go check it out. When people tell me fly stuff, I'm gonna start saying fly stuff back. My dark travels? What do you mean? What do you mean, Shamar? Let me know you want to start a new family. No, thank you. My dark travels? What do you mean? Please? No, Nadir, I'm not here to work. I'm here to spread God's love and joy. I can pray for you. You want me to pray for you? You need some prayer? Yes, we did. Shamar, I'm not understanding what you're saying. Nadir, you need some prayer? Want me to pray for you? Pray for your family? Because that's what I do. I'm not here to twerk, to show my body, none of that. None of that stuff. I appreciate that. The can don't. Yeah, I'm just here to make friends, spread love and joy and cheer and encouragement to those that need it. We all need a little bit of encouragement sometimes, you know? That's why I'm here. Nadir, you can't come at women like that telling them to twerk. You might miss an opportunity to meet a lovely lady. No respectful woman is going to respond to that. Hmm. Poetry score. Let's do 5 of those. 7 of those. I'm trying to set up my TikTok live. We having poetry night on TikTok. Let's see. Let's do 5 of those. I like to have natural nature walks and picnics. I do too. I like picnics. I like picnics. Okay, let's get it. I'll be doing streaming, so if you see me talking to other people, they're from my other live stream. Okay, I try to keep up with the chat as much as possible. So if you are on my YouTube live and you have some poetry that you want to share, you can send it to my email and I will read it. It's offthegridtabi@gmail.com. Offthegridtabi. How you doing, Michelle? How was your day? How you feeling? How's it going? Did you have a good day? Let me look at my notes. Jake Sully, welcome in. How you doing, Jake? Ricardo, thank you for liking the live. How was everyone's day? Mike B, how's it going? Thank you guys. Don't forget to tap the screen, like the live for me. Give the live a thumbs up. My poetry is most taxing. That's not good. That's not good. Ricardo, thank you for liking the live. Did you mean to insult me, Shamor? Ricardo, thank you for liking the live. Gerald, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? How you feeling? How is you and Karen's day? I'm doing good. I'm doing very, very well. Clueless, welcome in. No, say some poetry. We haven't got started yet. My day was good. We got some rain here. I was at the end of my live on YouTube today. It started raining. I had to come inside the house. Thank you, Tyrone. I appreciate you. Blessings to you. OAP, thank you for the live, liking the live. Blue Strip Bankroll, welcome in. Did I check on it? Yes, I did. I checked on the few people. I did. I'm always checking on people. Buddy, welcome in. How are you? I'm always checking on people. That's what I do. Jojo Pool, welcome in. Where am I doing? Where am I doing? Or what am I doing? Or where am I? TikTok, the night shift is 2:40. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Michelle. My heart goes out to you. I know that has to be, it has to be a lot on you to be able to experience that. I'm so sorry. Does poetry start with a topic? No. I have other poets that come up and they share their poems. He said, you can check on me. How you doing? How's it going? How was your day? Did you have a good Thursday? Why you gotta talk like that? That's such a derogatory, way to come at a lady, Papa. You don't talk to ladies like that. Ain't no respectful lady gonna respond to that. Alfred, welcome in. That's not how you talk to a lady. Would your mom be proud of you talking to a woman like that? Alfred, welcome in. King Keith, how's it going? Don't talk to a lady like that. There's no way to talk to a lady. I'm gonna give it a few minutes for my TikTok peeps to come on. Coach Mitchell, welcome in. Thank you, Alfred. Meta State, welcome back in. Gustavo, welcome in. How are you? Hey, Coach Mitchell. Hi, Coach Mitchell. How are you doing? We got a little bit of rain, a tiny bit of rain, but then it stopped. And then it stopped. United, how are you? Uh-oh. No, Poppy, you don't know me. You don't want me to do that. You gotta come at a lady nicer than that. That's not how you talk to a lady. That's not how you do it. JB Motivates, thank you for the follow. I'm not Papuan. I am American. Saludos, Saint. How you doing? EJB, welcome in. How you doing, friend? How was your day? Thank you, Saint, for the heart me. Thank you, Coach Mitchell. Trying to be like me? Tomorrow I celebrate 11 years of off-grid living. Thank you, Louis. Rainwater. Oh, cool. How many are you going to get, Metastate? TikTok. Download the app right now. My name on TikTok is OffTheGridTabi. Yeah, 11 years tomorrow. I'm celebrating. I'm going to buy me a little cake or something, some little treat to celebrate. Coach Mitchell, thank you for the follow. You need at least 5? How many gallons are them blue ones? Hi, Junior. Welcome in. H Junior. H Junior. H Junior. Saint, I got some new poems for you today. I worked on the one about Leora, the little bunny. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'm gonna read it. I don't feel like crying on the live tonight, but I wrote it. I finished it with you in mind, because you've been asking. Washing clothes the hardest, I found out. It is, well, I got, Louis, I got a tiny little washing machine, and I plug it into my solar generator, and I do laundry outside, just the small stuff. 55 gallons. So for they 55 gallons a piece, you say you need 6. So that's 300 and what? 330 gallons you gonna have? 330? Put a screen catcher on there. You ready for you? I like rainwater. I drink rainwater, filtered rainwater. I shower in the rainwater, wash my clothes in rainwater. Everything rainwater. That's all I have out here. I'm not hooked up. I can't be hooked up to anything else. There's nowhere for me to hook up. Rainwater is life for me out here. If it's good enough for the plants, it's good enough for me. You just gotta filter it. You just gotta filter it, okay? Make sure you filter it. Daniel, welcome in. Ian, welcome in. How are you? How was everybody's day? Saint, did you have to work today? 260 for 5? Alex, how have you been, Alex? How's it going? I'm good, Michelle. I'm doing good. What you been up to, Alex? How has life been treating you? You doing fine? That's good. How's your summer going? All week they ain't trying to give me that free bag? Aw, man. I thought at least one day we got some rain. They ain't trying to give you the free bag. They say you're gonna have to work. Literally, you're gonna have to work for this. Ah, that sucks, Saint. That sucks. You have to work for the bag. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Michelle. You gotta work for the bag. You gotta work for your money. Let's see if I can turn my lights on. Come on, lights. How many people on Earth is over the age of 100? I don't know. You want to tell me? I'm sure you know the answer to that. Short days though? Oh, that's good. At least they're short, you know? Mr. Wisdom, welcome in. How are you? What's wrong, Marnie? You okay? You want to come up here? Alright. I'm going to go ahead and open up the boxes. Anybody wants to come up? I don't know what the rest of our cute crew is. But John, welcome in. It's hot here in the middle. Oh, shit. Had a cold shower? It hadn't been as hot here. Let's see. We'll do that one. Make it that color. Grandpa Jr., welcome in. My heart turns blue because I can't have you. Oh, it's okay, JJ, but we can be friends. You can be my friend. Hanging out, dual streaming. United, how you doing?
Saludos.
How you doing, Saint? You got a haircut.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
You don't like it? It looks nice.
I appreciate it. I
Why?
tried it because of the heat. So
Ye-
I got a little bit. He did it too a little bit too high. So I was like, you know what? That's all right. I
Aw,
usually get it low.
it looks good.
So
It'll grow back. Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Let me see.
I'll rock it for a while, I guess. Like I have a choice. You're looking great too with your. Was that the Seattle?
No, it's Hello Kitty.
Oh yeah, Hello Kitty.
Yeah,
I
she in
seen it. It was great.
a VW camper.
Okay, that's your dream car, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Let's see. Mm, how Alexandria doing?
She's doing great.
She
She
doing
has her first appointment to do my nails tomorrow.
really? What are you gonna get?
Yeah. Um, I'll probably just go all black. I ain't really like the little color in the inside of my nails,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe I don't know, all black with little golden stickers, maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna put a sticker up so people know what we're doing. Uh,
You can't like put a text somewhere that says like poetry.
I can do the sticker like I said, but um, I could change the layout so that my little banner will be up there, but it'll make you smaller.
Okay.
Look at this sticker. That's cool. It said, "Be my
Oh, that's a
guardian."
nice one. I like that.
Be my guardian.
That's really cool.
Okay, let's see. How you doing, Grandpa Junior? Brent, how's it going? We got different background. Oh, that's from me. Look at Tabby. Okay, let's see.
I like that.
Let me find this. Make the sticker. How you doing, Brent? How's it going?
Nice blue. I appreciate it, brother. Our coach, I appreciate it.
Poetry. Light.
Uh-huh. Brent doing some roof work. That stuff is tiring. I hope my dad like built this little shack in my ankles before my accident. Or was it during after? No, it was before. They were just killing me.
Oh.
I was like, damn. I looked at my dad. I was like, man, who is this old man? Because that man has so much endurance.
Yeah.
If I got to thank anybody for my endurance, it would have to be my father.
Different.
Most definitely.
Oh.
Yeah. That man is like Superman. Still. Well, I don't know about now, but at least a year ago. No, 2 years, 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years.
All right, all right. We can start whenever you like, Saint.
All right. I'll go first, then I guess, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna do the lighthouse.
Okay.
This is a new one I wrote. Um, on the 14th, and it goes like this. There, off the shore, stood a lighthouse, a beacon of light for dreams lost from sight, crashing waves through nights and days, a tempest that called out my name. Come into the sea, there are many things to see. My solitude stood tempted, but I must remain to become the way for wandering dreams to find the light of day. What can I do? What can I say? But keep the oil burning for those on this pilgrimage, an ember to remember why I became this way. For I too was once lost at sea. Only the sky and the clouds accompanied me until I saw the flicker of hope and felt the warmth awaken within my core. I was tired. My muscles ached with pain. My mind was broken, yet my heart endured without delay. So I paddled and gave everything I had until I reached the rocky walls of the lighthouse. Stood empty. A light was all I saw. And now I am the keeper of the flame for all. Home.
I like it. I like that last bit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think the last bit was also my favorite too. I was
What
like, yeah, this is
what
really good.
inspired that?
I was just trying to tell the tale of, you know, metaphorically when you may feel like you're lost in chaos and just confusion. You know, when you picture yourself in the sea, you look all directions and it's nothing but sea, right?
Mm.
So you feel like it's endless. It's never gonna end, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just keep drifting or you paddle and you might see that light. Once you see a light, you head towards that light. And basically, now I'm telling the tale that uh, you become the lighthouse. Um, how do you call it? Worker or the person that keeps burning the oil?
Yeah.
Right, for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm. I like it.
So that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I like it. I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of lighthouses. There is a place in California, Northern California. It's called Half Moon Bay. They got a bunch of lighthouses there. It's one of my favorite places in California.
Where is that, in South?
No,
or
it's
North?
It's Northern California.
Northern? Is it close to the Sequoia Forest? National Forest?
Let's see. I don't know. I know it's in let's see.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Sequoia National Forest?
Yeah, I was gonna stop by before coming back, but you know that whole yellow situation. I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that because I'm already like rolling like a freaking Armageddon, you know?
Let me see. It's about 4 hours apart. So
That's not bad.
260 miles. Yeah.
I make any trip as long as it's less than 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I can do a 16 without going to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. That was my duration of my trips. I was like, okay, 16 hours here, 16 hours there, 16 hours there. Just keep on going.
All right. I guess I'll go ahead and read the bunny one. I don't want to read this one.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I got it.
TJ, how you doing, darling? Thank you for the heart to me.
Okay. All right.
I had not wanted to write this poem at all. I didn't want to write it, but you've been asking for it, so I worked on it today. I'm gonna try. Hopefully, I've cried as much as I can cry, and no more tears are gonna squeeze out. Okay, TJ. I hope you get some good rest. All right. So, If you hadn't been here, in case you missed it, my daughter, she got a little bunny uh, earlier this year, and we didn't have the bunny for very long before the bunny passed away. So this is the little poem about the little bunny. Her name was Leora. It says, "Sweet little Leora, oh how we miss you so. I'm sorry you couldn't stay. I know you had to go. In your brief little life, you gave us so much joy. Our time together was sweet and something we did enjoy. You were the calmest and the sweetest, a tiny ball of fur. A heart that once beat strong was now a faint murmur. Yaya tried her best to care for you, to get you all that you would need. We didn't know your time would be so short and that you'd have to leave. It is our guess that you were sick and we were unaware. I'm sorry your mama rejected you. I know it isn't fair. We tried to make your time with us the best that it could be. I miss seeing you hop around and how you'd sit with me. Although you couldn't stay too long, I hope that you could feel just how much we all cared for you and that our love was real. So hop high, little bunny. I know that you are at peace. I hope that you have endless hay and your joy will never cease." Poem.
It was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was a nice dedication. Now you have to write one for the recent bunny.
Yeah. That recent bunny, man, she gets into all she wasn't like the first one. She gets into all kinds of stuff. She chews on all kinds.
That's funny. It's because it's, I mean, I hate to say, but it's lively compared to the first one, right?
Yeah.
Because they really, yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah. So she had to be sick. Like she was so tiny compared to Usagi. So even at a younger age, Usagi was bigger than Leora was, and yeah, she was. So all of her siblings had passed away, and Leora was the last one. And I think the lady who we got her from, I think she knew, that the bunny wasn't going to last, and the mama had rejected the baby, so she wasn't getting any milk. They required their mother's milk, so she wasn't long to live. But we just didn't know that. We got her and we got attached to her, and so it's okay. I asked my daughter, I was like, even if you knew that she wasn't gonna live for very long, would you still have wanted to get her? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, you basically gave her hospice care, like you made her little time that she had left, and even we kind of looked up stuff, and I'm like, you probably extended her little days. So like, it's unfortunate, but it's like, what can you do about it?
Yeah, I. That's a beautiful way to always put it, because you never know when she was gonna, leave anyways.
Yeah.
And so, in a way, it was kind of destined to be. She was given a really nice place to live. They actually experienced being a pet before passing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a saying. I don't. There's a myth. It's just I say a myth, but I think it's a lovely metaphor that so there's the underworld, right? And when you pass and stuff, it's a watery place, and every animal you ever encountered in your life will meet you. Depending on how many you hurt and how many you help, depends on how they're gonna help you out the water. So if you hurt animals all your life, pretty much you're gonna drown. Basically, that's the saying.
Oh.
Okay. Or the myth. I thought it was pretty cool. I think it was just created so people wouldn't hurt animals.
Yeah.
So,
but even
like the boogeyman story.
Even in the Bible, it talks about like a man that doesn't care for his animals. I can't remember the exact scripture, but like one of my favorite stories in the Bible is about the donkey and how Balaam
Mm-hmm.
was, you know, beating the donkey, and the donkey was trying to save his life, and then God allowed the donkey to, you know, open up his mouth and talk and say like, why are you mistreating me? I've always been good to you. So I don't know. My
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like, you know, the animals that they don't have, you know, a soul, they don't, you won't see them again, that is it for this life. But when I, now I don't know for sure, but when I lost my black cat Junia, I was so heartbroken about her. And I had a dream about her, a couple of dreams after she passed away. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like, clearly that love isn't lost. Like, I believe that I'll be reunited with, you know, with my fur babies one day.
I
But
believe that too. Um, in the discussion that if they have souls or not, I do believe they have souls, and I say this because when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was probably like 8. I remember I had this puppy,
mm-hmm.
and it was sick, and nobody's home. I stayed home. I didn't go to school to take care of my puppy, and it was like throwing up, and I gave it like, I know this is gonna sound dumb. I gave it like Pipto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to help it,
Yeah.
and it was not doing nothing. It was already getting there. I don't know what was wrong with it.
Oh.
And I remember there was a mattress that I threw down, and basically I laid him right there, and we like to sit in the sun, and I was just having him in my lap, and I promise you, like as soon as you can say you can tell he said like goodbye, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at his eyes, and his eyes, it's like the soul just went out.
Oh.
It just left his body.
Mm.
And so that's when I, as a kid, I was like, man, that was my first experience of death, you know.
Yeah.
And I do believe that they do come in spirits, because there's times when I'm sleeping, and I promise you, I feel like licks on my face
Really?
and in my hands. Yeah,
Oh.
I thought it was kind of weird. So, but yeah, I honestly believe that they all have souls and spirits. They might be shared, like collective maybe, but they definitely have souls.
Yeah.
Like the birds, like when you see a flock of birds mimicking each other, I
Mm-hmm.
believe it's because they all share a soul
A collective.
together.
Mm.
Yeah, collective soul. I think humans are the same way too, except we're more expressive individually, and we don't really know it. And I think that's why Jesus says that whatever you know, when people say, but Jesus, I always knew you, and then Jesus like, no, when I went up to you, you rejected me and stuff, because I feel like everybody in actuality in a way is connected.
Mm.
So basically, you know, who's knocking on the door? It might be Jesus, but you don't know. It might carry a different face,
Yeah.
but we're all connected in a way.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Oh, it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is another new one, and I call this one "To Be Exceeded." Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. I remember when I was young and wild. I could run for miles and miles with laughter and smiles. Now I try to do the same, hoping to maintain a healthy body and a healthy brain. But my heart stresses and aches a little more than it used to. Civilization is a wall everyone of us must eventually meet and learn not to fall. One day, I won't be standing upon this foundation. I will leave the people I love and those who love me just as those did before me. I only hope our last conversation is filled with wisdom, with words worth repeating, passed down from generation to generation. Perhaps that will be my immortality as I face my own mortality. I wonder, will my name endure along the lanes of time? Time never rests. Boy, that ain't no lie. It is always moving, always taking back what we borrowed, leading us from darkness into the light until there is no tomorrow. Maybe it is true. Maybe everything is in vain, yet we still labor almost every day. And let me tell you, that's okay. Hoping those who come after us inherit a better future. And let me tell you something. If the little ones who follow you become wiser, kinder, and stronger than you ever were, then my friend, you have succeeded. The legacy lives on. We ascend to be exceeded. Boom.
I like that. What's the name of that one?
To be exceeded.
To be exceeded.
Is it to be surpassed?
What inspired that one?
I got a philosophy, and it's due to just checking out my family tree. And it's our goal. Our goal is to live life to the most fullest extent of our abilities and capabilities. But it's also we should, as parents, if we have children, basically make sure, not make sure, but encourage them to do better than us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
learn from our wisdom, our mistakes. Just learn from us. And I feel like if your kids are happier than you, then you're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Or I won't say happier than you. That kind of sounds wrong. If they're happy to the full extent, super happy, then you're doing a great job as a human being. Because I always say that I'm gonna be the father of a lot, right? But that don't mean I'm gonna have more children. It just means I'm gonna be father to strangers as well. And I feel like as long as you encourage people to live a happier life, you're a good human being. You're a good parent, and we're all getting old, so make the best of it.
Yeah.
While it lasts.
I like the poem.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. I have this one is called Texas Summers Are a Bummer.
I don't like that.
Texas summers are a bummer. It's so freaking hot. My clothes are sticking to my skin. I'm trying to clothe myself lightly. My dresses are already thin. But that ain't helping much. I'm sweating from every crack. This humidity is killing me. Sweat dripping down my back. I'm a lady, I like to keep myself smelling fresh. Taking 2 showers a day, still trying to look my best. It's hotter than all outside. I'm sick of this Texas heat. I'm working outside, mowing grass. This sun has got me beat. The shade offers some relief because my skin feels like it's on fire. I'm losing my minerals. I need electrolytes or soon I will expire. Now I can take a bit of heat. I'm used to being in the sun. But 100-degree weather is definitely not my idea of fun. The AC gives me headaches, so it's open windows and the fans are blowing. My skin is as tan as burnt could be, but I still get told, Tabby, you're glowing. Yeah, I'm glowing all right. That's because I'm about to catch fire. Skin sizzling in the sun, temperature set on air fryer. Barn Springs, here I come. I need to cool off from this sweltering heat. That ice cold spring is definitely a sweet retreat. Then it's on to Amy's ice cream to enjoy a little turtle sundae. I'm dreading that trip back to Little Joppa, but all in all, it's gonna be okay. Summer will eventually end. Maybe not, you never know. This is Texas heat we're talking about. Summer rules the South, or so I'm told. And if you thought about visiting Texas, don't visit at all in summer. Add spring to that list too. It's blazing hot then, no need to ponder. Autumn is the best time. Oh, fall, that sounds so nice. But for now, I'll stay in the shade with my cup full of ice. Poem.
I love the storytelling. That was great storytelling.
Thank you.
I'm like how you feel like the man is only gonna get hotter.
Yeah.
You heard? Next week is gonna be super hot.
Yeah, it is.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Like these are actually pretty hot. Like I mean, I can still take it, but thinking about it, I was like, yo, this is actually hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
But you know where it's colder? Ironically, South America.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear the temperatures are there pretty good.
Man.
You know, freaking United States and Canada are getting hit. Yeah. It's like they got a whole fire. The sun is just like, I'm gonna cook y'all.
It's horrible. It is horrible. Poor people in Europe, they struggling over there. People in Europe are they're really, really struggling. Only 20% of households have AC over there.
But I would say they are struggling because they're so used to having gloominess, like the gloom.
Yeah.
And so they're not used to the sun just pounding on them.
Yeah.
Therefore, their civilization was advanced with not AC not in mind.
Yeah.
Well, over here in the United States, when the first AC was invented, you got to think about it. They had something to like combat, which was the sun.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now they're getting the sun.
Over there, I think their houses were built to retain the heat. So
it makes sense.
Yeah, their houses were built to retain the heat, and so now it's so hot over there, and it's retaining that heat. Those people are struggling, and they don't have AC, and they're pushing back towards the AC. So I read an article the other day on the live, and it was talking about how they're trying to come up with alternative ways, like to have AC without the refrigerant, because a lot of people push back in regards to the AC because they feel like it's bad for the environment, because it's cycling, it's pushing that hot air outside, and so they worried about the green, the off gas and the green gas.
Yeah.
The restaurants don't have AC, so like over here we can go inside Walmart, we can go inside Target, restaurants, and we can sit in the AC. None of the restaurants, their shops, they don't have AC, so it's like, at least if you don't have AC at home, like you can go out or you can be at work and places you can get some relief. They ain't got no relief over there. Like it's hot everywhere.
It's because their houses are made to contain heat because they're so used to having chilled weather.
Yeah.
And now they're having the sun beating them up. They can't handle it.
Yeah.
So honestly, the best thing they can do is just stay indoors, eat ice, and drink water.
Yeah. Shower. Take a bunch of showers.
Or go out to swim or something.
Yeah.
Because think about it. You know how Saudi Arabia, man, they get to the 130s.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because they stay covered up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mind the heat, but they're already adapt to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I'm the same way too, because I can wear like a denim jacket in this type of weather and still be fine.
Yeah.
So, but that's my bloodline of handling all the heat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. They better start installing AC.
Yeah. Some people are really miserable. Like they feel really miserable in the heat. Like people get upset. They lose their temper. And I tell people I don't have AC in my tiny house, and they're like, "How do you live like that?" And I'm like, you get used to it. Like now, I don't want to be in direct sunlight. I do go in the shade and stuff, but when I am, so like say like if I got to be outside working, I wear my overalls, like my coveralls, and so everything is covered. And yeah, I might sweat, but my skin isn't burning. And my neighbor, he's like, "You always got on so much clothes, and it's so hot." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm protecting my skin from the sun. Like my arms are the darkest part of my body, and I'm pretty burnt. Like I'm burnt. I'm burnt to the point where, yeah, like I'm peeling." just because these are the place, this is the only place where like I don't always cover up. And like I know when I'm in the sun, and if I'm starting to it's starting to burn, like you can feel it. I'm like, yeah, I gotta you gotta cover up so you can take it. But I think a lot of people don't like sweating. They don't like that feeling of sweat.
I don't sweat. I don't sweat at all. I
Mm,
get like moist and oily,
yeah.
but I don't sweat like that.
Mm,
I think the only time I ever sweat was when I was really sick. That
really?
was about it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was uncontrollably. Like when I was bedridden,
Mhm.
like I was sweating. Other than that, nah, I don't really sweat. The only reason I turn on my AC is so I won't look oily while I'm on live, you know.
But
But other than that,
go ahead.
other than that, I like sleeping in heat.
Really? See, that is
It's
most people don't like that. They get irritated, like they won't be able to get good sleep.
no, I can't. It's the cold where I can't really sleep, like
Mm.
super. But it has to be. I mean, natural cold, yeah. Now, if it's in the 30s, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I gotta have a fire or something.
Yeah.
On the 30s, I
Mhm.
have to, have my temperature around 50 and I can sleep. But I can sleep in the heat,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I love the heat. Yeah.
I can deal with the heat. I don't like the cold. I don't like so I can take the outside temperatures, but I'm not a fan of AC. Like I just don't whenever I'm go visit my family, I have to have a heating blanket because I just feel I'm cold like
I know what you mean. I'm cold right now, and I just had the AC for a little bit.
yeah. I don't I can take the cold outside. I've been on live where it was like 20 degrees and stuff. I'm cool. I just layer, but I don't like I'm not a fan of using like the AC. I'll use it in the car like for the girls. I want them to be comfortable, but I think it's good to sweat though. It is good to it's it's good to sweat.
But I don't sweat.
I don't sweat a
So,
whole lot. Like it takes a lot for me to sweat. I'll start sweating if I get stressed out. I'll get stressed sweat. That's the only time I really yeah.
mm,
But I
I know
can
what you mean.
I can handle the heat quite a bit.
No, believe it or not, there was this one day I was younger. I was probably in my early 20s. I was offloading this truck, and I was in the sun, right? And I got so hot, so I took off my shirt and just keep on offloading the truck.
Mhm.
And I was probably out there for 2 hours, right? The sun was beating me up. I promise you. I went after I finished. I went to go splash some water on me, and people were just looking at me like, "Man, this guy is crazy." I went to go splash water on me, and I promise, smoke was evaporating out of my body. That's how
Whoa.
hot it was that day, boy. And I was
Man.
like, man, this kind of looks cool. you know,
That's
I'm
good.
looking steamy. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh.
but yeah, I can handle the heat pretty much, and the cold. Except once it starts hitting the 40s, that's when I need to cover up because I'm off. Like I feel it in my bones at 40 and below.
Yeah.
That's why I say 50 is the sweet spot.
It is sweet. Yeah, James, the sweat gets the heavy metals. A lot of people think that your heavy metals they come out in your urine, but it's actually through your sweat. It
I
detoxes the
believe that.
heavy metals, so it's good for you to sweat. I was reading, I think I read it on the live article. They were talking about people that sweat, or I was telling everybody about it. That if you're sweating through just the heat or exercise or outdoor activity, that it lowers your risk of certain types of cancer.
Well, it could be that I'm just I have good genes, I guess. Because, like I said, the only time that I ever sweat was when I got really sick, which means my body runs perfectly because it
Yeah.
was trying to remove toxins. But naturally, I don't sweat at all. It could be because of my diet too. I really never. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just superhuman in a way.
Not everybody sweats though. Some people like sweat from their scalp, right? Like Yo Yo, she
My
sweats.
mine is oily.
she sweats from her scalp. Like she gets hot, she'll sweat from her scalp. Other people they sweat more from their armpits. Some people sweat more just from different parts of their body.
Yeah, I do get moist underneath my armpits, but I have to be wearing a thick jacket out
Mm,
in the heat
yeah.
for that to happen, or like 100% polyester or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't like polyester. I do not like polyester whatsoever.
I was gonna ask you too, cause um, remember, I'm looking for a red dress, but they all polyester. It was crazy,
Yeah.
cause I seen this really. It was your brand too. It was
Candy Jones.
Candy Jones, and it was really nice. And let me tell you why. It's a dark blue, right? The
Mhm.
essence are red. The essence are red, dark blue. And I was like, man, that's a nice dress. But what made it stood out was the flowers on the dress were red tulips.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah.
Ruby tulips.
Unfortunately, it was polyester.
Was it all
It was
polyester?
polyester. Yeah, all of it. I have to
Oh.
check again, but I'm pretty sure it said 100% polyester,
Yeah. They have
which
been
makes sense because
the colors.
they weren't embroidered.
Oh
They
okay.
were, so usually that means they're polyester.
Mm.
But it was nice. I seen a couple of other ones. I still gotta check. But what were you gonna say?
Some of they now have a couple dresses where it's not the whole dress, but like certain parts of it is like 20%. It's not polyester, but it's something else. Like it's not cotton, but
Ryan?
maybe I don't know. Cause like certain those
Ryan's
vintage
good.
the vintage dresses, some parts they have on the inside where it is like not cotton, it's something else. I don't know. I have to look, but I'm okay with that. I just don't want like certain parts like I don't want to be synthetic fibers.
Okay. Well, I'll send whatever you want and see. You can just check the materials or whatever. I don't mind wearing polyester. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I need a sweat. So I know a lot of people say it carries a different frequency and stuff like that. I don't feel different.
You don't feel different?
You know, nah. Though when I wear cotton, um, I feel more. I guess it does something to your brain because I do feel more,
Mm-hmm.
unrestricted in a way. So maybe it is something to it. All right. I think someone said let me drop my bars. I think they're talking about rap.
Oh, he not here no more. He left.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll read another new one, and I call this the garden, and it goes like this: the garden. I walk through this garden, asking, "Are my oily hands the reason why these roses have blight?" They slump over as though it's over, almost as if they aren't sober. I try to revive them in hopes they'll survive. Why does it feel like I'm running out of time? Maybe I should step aside and let the sun shine, pierce through the veil, and dwell there for a little while, rejuvenating the life within these roses. Or am I simply mistaken in my diagnosis? How can I persuade these roses to bloom again, to lift the doom they're living in? I can't just sit here beneath this shade and pretend this ain't important, to restore life to the verdant, to reclaim what was lost when my sovereignty was the cause. To transcend to a place where these roses can be roses again, flourishing in abundance, dancing with the wind, so gossamer in appearance and learning to trust again. The garden, home.
I like it. The garden. What inspired that one?
Basically, so I'm not really great at being vulnerable, right? Maybe I am. it just depends on the situation, I guess. And basically, in the next book, what I'm writing about is going to be my vulnerability, but I'm going to disguise it, you know. And this one, the garden represents the my internal self,
Mm.
and there is a particular rose that has blight, and basically, I am gonna allow the sun to restore it to its former glory.
Mm.
You know.
Mm. I dig it. I dig it. Michelle from YouTube said
Appreciate it.
that was wonderful.
Thank you, Michelle.
Okay. This next one is about my hair. It's about my
Nice.
hair. Um, it's about the struggle with my hair and like earlier,
Is it?
I always say how I don't like wearing my curls. Like I comb them out because I feel like my hair looks like noodles. And then somebody on the day live they came in and they said, "I like your hair. It look like noodles." I was like, "See y'all, I don't like that look." All right.
I'll
This
be honest.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'll be honest. I wouldn't call it noodles. Just say like little tornadoes. You know, just little streams of hair.
So I comb it out like this. I brush it out. When I got off the live, I'm like, let me brush this out a little bit, because I don't like. You can't really see it during the day. You can see it, but I brush out the curls because I feel like they look funny. They do look like noodles. It does look like noodles, so I brush it out a bit.
That's funny.
All right, it's called the biracial hair bureaucracy. All right. My head is a boardroom, a wild genetic blend, with three distinct curl patterns trying to contend. My mama's black, my dad is white, and I'm somewhere in between, managing the most chaotic scalp that you've ever seen. Texture 1 is thirsty, demanding all the cream. Texture 2 is wavy, living in a dream. Texture 3 is stubborn, coiled like a spring. Trying to please them all at once is quite a taxing thing. It looks like ramen noodles, I muttered to the glass while trying to get these sections to behave in such a class. One needs a mousse. One side needs a mousse, the top requires a mist. It's less of a routine and more of a heavy lifting list. Then step outside in July and oh, the weather is grand. The humidity arrives just to ruin every strand. The moisture hits my head and immediately it expands. A giant puffy halo that completely takes command. Growing up, the comments were a regular routine. Your hair is so big, and what a frizzy queen. It took a little time to see the beauty in the fluff and realize that my crown is made of pretty awesome stuff. So even when it looks like Maruchan upon my head, I've spent I've spent 3 hours styling just to go to bed. I'll rock the frizz with pride, or I'll gently drop a hint. Come on, curls, let's get with the program, or at least a blueprint. Poem.
I loved it.
Thank
I love it.
you, thank you, thank you.
It appears like Mother Chan.
Maruchan.
Yeah,
Maruchan.
that's funny. I would ask what inspired you, but you already explained it. Um, I don't know. I like fluffy hair. Like when I was born, my mother, she has coarse hair too, but when I was born, she would raise me. I guess that's all I seen was a child. So growing up, I always liked that look.
Really?
And she straightened it up. So, but she as soon as she got like money, she straightened out her hair. Man, that's all she did. It literally destroyed her hair. So,
Oh.
I'm not gonna mess. But it did. She also has puffy hair as well, but she straightens it out also. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to encourage them, just let it get that lioness look,
Yeah.
that lioness look.
Scary boy, can you share your poem? Yeah, you can. You have to type it in the chat and I'll read it. But I don't know a Jake. You said, hey, it's Jake. I never, I don't know a Jake personally. I don't know if you're trying to say rehab. I ain't never been to rehab. Sincere, thank you for the rose. All right, Sam, you can go if you have another one.
Alright. I call this one the library. Wrote it on the 12th. And it goes like this. I stumbled upon a library, overtaken by flowers and vines. I felt uneasy yet ignored every mischievous sign. What is this place? Books upon books, so many different names. How long did it took to write them all? I was shook. Books about books about a loud, happy child raised by giants who always fought and rarely smiled. He wondered what kept them together and why they smiled whenever the child was near. I shoved the book away, yet out of my face, deep down, I felt far too familiar. Books about a bard whose confidence was shattered into shards by the one who held his heart. So he grew silent, trying to please everyone, learning to wield darkness, not for this man's fate. I'm a magician, my own luck and path I make. Though tears to escape and run down my face. Then another book struck me in my face. A man who believed in something but fell into nothing. It read, I knew where this was going, so I ignored the book and walked toward the end. But one book caught my attention. It had no title, yet it whispered my name. Who is this librarian, the keeper of this place? I wondered, I pondered. The books flew around me, irritated yet strangely unbothered, as if saying, you're in the way. Flipping pages all on their own, even a mage would have stood amazed. I picked up the nameless book. Most of its pages were blank, but near the end was a poem entitled Last Love Letter. The words were mine all the same. My breath paused for a moment. I hurried to beginning. The first page read, Blessed to be a man. I smiled and understood exactly where I stood. It's time to write a new book and add it to the library. Poem.
What's the name of that one?
The library.
The library. What inspired that?
Yeah. Um, like I said, the next book I'm gonna be a little bit more vulnerable. Because I honestly feel I could talk about these things because now I feel like I'm not, I'm not healing from. I'm healed. I won't like I'm healed, I guess, of any situations that I grew out of. So I'm just gonna put it out there, you know. Maybe it'll help somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a
You
firm
know?
believer in that. It's good to talk about what you've been through because it may help somebody. You know, it always when you're going through something, it does help when you hear somebody else's story and it's like I've been through that and I've gotten through it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my hope that people will understand what it's saying and be like, man, that's deep. You know, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully.
Okay, I got one more poem. I wrote this one today, and this one is titled Little Jumper. So the name of my tiny house is Little Jumper. Tomorrow I will be celebrating 11 years of off-grid tiny house living, and I wrote this as a little tribute to my little tiny house. Little Jumper, 8 feet by 18 on wheels and a frame. 144 square feet to our name. Off the grid, under wide open skies. We built a small world where the sweet spirit flies. Tomorrow marks 11 whole years on this road, the finest decision this heart has ever known. With my two precious daughters, we made this our nest and proved that a life lived simply is the best. For we learned a great truth in our cozy embrace, that love and loud laughter will stretch any space. There is no room for walls or cold or for cold distant pride. When we disagree, we resolve it inside, finding grace in the closeness and peace in the mend, learning quickly to heal and be softer again. We shed all the clutter that the world tries to sell, to cherish the safety in which we now dwell. A calm, quiet harbor just to be ourselves, with memories stacked high on our hand painted shells. Through maintenance and upgrades, I've given you care to tend to the home that was born of a prayer. For whenever I look at your timber and wood, I see God's great promise, so faithful and good. A dream once whispered, a desire so deep. He heard and he answered and gave us to keep. I have watched others wander, their journey cut short, while we brave the seasons in this steady port. Through the valleys and the hardships, we've held our ground tight, standing strong on this path in the dark and the light. So here's to the laughter, the years and the grace, the giant size loved in a beautiful space. To 11 years, to 11 sweet years of the life we have made. Little Japa, my blessing, your warmth will not fade. Thank you. Poem.
Beautiful. I
How many,
like it.
I feel like
How many
I want
poems did you write?
let's see. The heat one, the one about the heat, I just finished that one today. But I worked on the Leora one and that one. And my hair one, I finished that one. So I finished two today and then I wrote the other two.
So that's four poems total.
Yeah.
Nice. Dang, you're on a roll. That's nice. I wrote 5. I
Oh.
thought it was kind of interesting. I was like, oh snap. I'm over here writing poetry, like non-stop poetry. Um, you were gonna say something before I asked you that question about your.
I'm not. I'm okay with that last poem. I feel like I could change. I could do that one a little bit better. But that was the last one that I was working on, and I was trying to finish it up before the live.
It makes sense.
But
This next poem that I was writing, I was kind of struggling myself because I was like, I kind of rushed it. I wrote it today. I kind of rushed it, and I was like, man, that don't sound right. And then I was like, maybe. And then I felt like I was just making things rhyme, just to rhyme.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain rhyme that I added, and I was like, man, that don't make sense. And I started laughing because I was like, man, I'm just being chaotic at this point. And he was like, I wasn't even gonna read it, but you know what? I'm gonna read it because I think it's funny.
Okay.
But anyways, I was gonna ask, what inspired that poetry? Like, what environment were you in when you wrote that poem?
Sitting in the house. Sitting in the house.
Just sitting in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just I'm very grateful for my little house, and you know I've seen people come. You know they do tiny house living, off grid living. I've seen people get tiny houses and they don't stay in them for very long. And I got teased quite a bit when I was telling everybody what I was planning on doing with the tiny house, and it was like, why would you want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. Or how long are you gonna do that? Or let's see how long that lasts. And it's been 11 years, and people can see that it wasn't just a phase that I was going through. It was something that was well thought, not only well thought out, but prayed about. You know, whenever I make a big decision, I always take it to God, and I really feel like that it was God. He placed this desire in my heart to live a simpler life. And it's not about living in a small space. It's not about having less things. You know, some people kind of get wrapped up in the minimalistic part of it. It's not even that. It's just um, it's creating space for the time that I have on this earth, doing what I want to do. You know, I wanted time so I could focus on my for Yaya and Yo Yo for my girls, and this was just a way that I can do it. And living this way introduced me to a whole nother world and things that I would never have expected. It I learned how resilient and how tough I am, and how I know how to figure stuff out. I know how to be resourceful, and I think I'm pretty tough in my own right. And yeah.
That's good. Um, I was gonna say I'm also a minimalist. If you ever see a lot of stuff here, it's because of their gifts.
Mm.
But now, right now, you don't. My this apartment is like super empty. But I have this little corner right here. I got my little bookshelf and all my little reading seat. That's about it, man. I'm just chilling. I got
Yeah.
my little marble, whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling. So, I mean, honestly, all I do is work. All my life, all I did was work. So I didn't really like had a reason to stay home. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
to have stuff around. So
Yeah.
I just have that mentality everywhere. So,
It makes it easier
but
to move around though. I feel like when you got a lot of stuff in
yeah,
your space, um, it's hard for you to focus. Cause especially if you're around a bunch of labels, right? They say that our brains are always reading. Even if you're not actively trying to read something, but like if you're constantly looking at letters and numbers or just stuff, right? Your brain is reading that even if you're not paying attention to it.
no, I believe that. Well, it's because there's a saying that the world is ruled by symbols,
Yeah.
and that's 100% true. Um, I say symbols. Now, alphabets are technically symbols in their own right,
Mm.
but then technically we developed a way to communicate, and then each symbol became a syllable, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting. One of the interesting things that I really like is if you look at the creator's name, and I think it's Paleo Hebrew, it tells a story because it's a hand like this, a hand like this, with a little stick figure person, a Y, and another stick figure. So it's supposed to be Yahuwah, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the image is God's hand created Adam. The Y is what connects Adam with Eve. So God's hand created Adam. The Y is the connectivity every human has, and the other human, which in that time was Eve.
Mm.
So that alone, his name basically in Paleo Hebrew would stand the one that created male and female, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. So
It's cool.
everything evolves, of course, and everything has its own little frequency by your readings.
It's
Okay.
cool. It's
I don't
cool.
know. I just think that's I think that's fascinating. All right. So the next one I'm gonna read is called Magic, and this is the one I was struggling with. And you'll see. I'll reveal the funny, chaotic, freaking. I think I deleted it honestly. Let's see. All right. It's called Magic. I walk between the worlds of shadow and light, distorting the darkness to create flowing flowers in plain sight. Luminous cipher while I shuffle a deck of cards, offering countless choices, or so it seems so far. For there is only one King of Hearts and a deck of 53 jokers, sacred memoirs. So watch for the spark, do not blink your eyes. There she stood, like the soft glowing moon amongst many stars, The crowd looked on as the stage went boom and dark. I reached into my hat, pulled out a rabbit, flexing my magic, shocking the room with a simple habit. Out of nothing, a magician creates something. The people applauded. They stood in awe. They loved what they saw, but not her. She looked as though she was trying to catch the glint within my eyes, paying no attention to my hands. Instead, she smiled and waited for what came next. The crowd sees a fool, but I can see what's hidden. No need to break the rules. She can see me too. Who am I kidding? She says nothing, simply enjoying the moment, yet somehow she has me sweating. With every trick, I feel myself being unveiling, exposing who I am, and still she tells no one how admirable. The show comes to an end, and she stands and claps with her hands as I bend with my hat at my hand. I'm starting to understand her magic poem. Thank you, thank you.
What inspired that one?
It was just me trying to express. I guess you could flip it because, well, yeah, I think you can flip it. I made the person with high perception a female, but it's more like illusion versus perception. And what I wanted to express here is that when someone sees you, they see you, right? No matter what illusions you're casting
Mm-hmm.
or what magic tricks you're casting, because someone I guess wants someone who wants to experience you, whatever, would not look at your action. Well, won't look what you're trying to distract from, right?
Yeah.
Because you're doing a magic trick.
Yeah.
So you learn a person when you just look at them, and metaphorically, I was just trying to teach that, some people will see you while others don't. They're just amused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
like
that's what I
that.
was trying to represent here.
I like that.
Thank you. I was struggling though.
Really, it's
Uh,
good.
like when I said one king of hearts in a deck of 53 jokers, I just threw this in there. Sacred memoirs. I just threw that in there. I was like, you know what? That sounds cool.
Yeah, it does.
So.
I would have never,
Yeah,
if you
right?
didn't mention it, I would have never, thought twice about it.
I know, but it's because when I was making it rhyme, I was like, yo, and I'm reading it, I'm like, man, I need to have something there to rhyme in
Yeah.
order to have a rhythm. And I was like, all right, scared memoirs? No, sacred memoirs. Yeah, that's it right there. And I was like, okay, just throw that in there. And then when I was reading, I was like, I guess the cards can be sacred memoirs, right? There's 52 jokers, each tell a tale, and there's only one king of hearts. So yeah, makes sense. To me, at least.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? I had a different one too. I must have deleted that one because it just made no sense. Oh yeah, and the one when I said I feel myself being unveiling, exposing who I am, and still she tells no one how admirable. I didn't like that. I was like, how admirable, man. I was trying to make it rhyme, but I said to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone and just end it with a rhyme, 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 rhyme. That way, people just ignore that it memorable. So
I like it. I would have never thought unless you had mentioned it. I think it goes good together. It fits.
well, yeah. I mean, I still put some thought into it.
Yeah.
Before throwing it in there, I was just trying to, because memoir came in my head, so I was like, okay, because each little card represents something different. So then I said, okay, I'm gonna use memoir, and then sacred and scared were battling with it. Do I want to make it frightful or do I want to make it sacred? And there's a thing called the sacred clown or the sacred jester,
Mm-hmm.
and in Native American uh, folklore. And basically, the trickster is the creator, and it's only tricking, like, that didn't sound right. But it's the trickster is a trickster to guide the wanderer or the hero into doing the right thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I use sacred.
Yeah.
I use sacred.
It's
I
good.
know, right? I'm over here.
it's, it's good.
Thank you. That makes it better now.
Anybody else want to come up and do some poetry? Anybody? That was my 4. I gave y'all an extra one today. Hey, Lo, how's it going?
Alright.
I gave y'all an extra one.
Appreciate it.
I really didn't want to write that finish that one about Leora. I was like, oh, I was crying. I thought about my other fur baby, Junie. I was like, oh, man.
You know, I think, yeah, some of the poems that you, or just in general, the conversations that you have are the ones where you do get emotional. And I think that's very inspiring. And if you could write stuff like that, I think you should. Because, I don't know, you just have this magnetism when it comes to you expressing yourself that way. It could be because I'm kind of shut off, but hey, who knows?
I don't know. I guess when it comes to like certain emotions, I'm okay with feeling things. Like I'm not the type of person where if I'm triggered or something, I'm just like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to just push it away. I believe that when you feel something, feel it completely, and that's how you get past stuff. But I guess it's like, and I'm completely fine with crying. But I guess when I get in front of people, it's like I'm like, I don't want to be up there crying in front of people, like it's especially with when it comes to loss. A lot of people, some people are uncomfortable seeing you cry, and some people are uncomfortable with themselves with loss. But anytime, like I've lost many pets, and anytime I lose one, I usually, while I'm grieving, I will write something about them. Like it's like a little letter to them, and I'll read it to them. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it was about the little bunny. I guess because Yaya had been wanting one for such a long time, and it's like she found it. It's like she finally had one, and she was so happy. I was so happy. We were all so happy about the little bunny, and it was just, I had it kind of in my mind, what if something were to happen, just because I knew that, her mom rejected her. And, oftentimes when animals, the mom rejects the offspring is because there could be something wrong. And they're like, oh, you're sick, I'm just going to let nature take its course. So that thought was there. And Yaya told me too that she kind of had a feeling. It's like, so when she called me and I heard in her voice, I was like, oh, but like I said, what can you do? I look at Marnie and Ilse, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna have to say goodbye to them too, and I'm okay with that. I know when that happens, I'll be just as heartbroken, and it's like, I just try to fill their days with lots of love and spoil them because they only get to live for a little bit of time, and yeah, if God entrusted them to be in my care, I want them to feel like yeah, like that's my mom over there, like that's my human right there. She treats me good. She takes care of me.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I say animals they're born and basically fade away the next day, compared to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing you can do is just show them the best love they can give them a good life,
Yeah.
and just live.
Come. You can come. Marnie's like, I hear you talking about me. Can I come say hi?
Mm,
Marnie, you got a poem you want to share? You got some bars you want to drop, Marnie? Hmm?
where's Elsie at?
She might either be upstairs or she's probably outside. So on the one side of my house is my power box. It houses like my batteries and all my stuff, and she sits on top of there at night.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cats like
Perching.
that whole electricity static thing. I don't know. They'd be like hovering around those areas a lot.
A lot of times they like it because it's warm.
Mm.
Yeah. I think she likes it because she can see.
High ground.
Yeah. She likes getting on top of stuff. Like last night, you can't see it on this side, but up there there's a window. She hops from the ladder and she goes up into that one window and she just sits just so she can see everything. Like I'll be outside working and I'll see her up in the window just watching me.
That's cool. She's like look at my worker, or look at my servant out there taking care of my land.
Yeah.
That's funny. Cats do be having that attitude, man. I like cats, though. I'm not even gonna front.
I like cats.
They don't have
too.
a little attitude.
A lot of people say cats are mean. Now some of them are mean. Everybody's like, "Cause all your cats are so sweet." I'm like, yeah, cause I love on them. Like when they're babies and stuff, I'm constantly like picking them up and cuddling them, kissing on them. I think if you want them to, be affectionate, you gotta show them affection when they're very, very young.
That's true.
But
That's
also cats, if you're not a nice person, they pick up on that too.
I never had that issue. Though I would say, um, it's true because most of my cats would always attack me, but it's only because when they were babies, I would always like mess with them, right? Mm-hmm. And then ever since that first messing around, we're always like on sight, But it's all love though, man. Because every time I just lay down, they just lay down right next to me, and then they start doing the little,
yeah. I see your comments, Bouquet. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I can see your comments.
You got a poem?
Anybody from YouTube, you got a poem? You want to share? I'll read it for you on the live.
You can hear it? That little clip song?
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is a sensitive mic.
No, I see your comments. I was just, I wasn't looking at the chat, but I can see your comments. No, you're not blocked.
Blocked.
Good night, DT.
I was going to ask, good night, DT. I was going to ask, what are your next poem ideas? What's on the chopping block?
I don't know. I feel like I write a lot about nature and God, because that's kind of what's always in my mind. I kind of thought about like maybe I can write more about like human relationships, the complexity of different relationships, but I don't know. I like writing about nature and stuff. whimsical thing, but I don't know.
Um, do you have any particular philosophy? Like any philosophies you live by?
Mm,
Like, if I tell you, what advice can you give me? What will you tell me?
always listen to your inner voice.
I was
Always listen
listening
to
to
your inner
your
voice
voice.
and um, dance to the beat of your own drum, which you do. You do dance to the beat of your own drum, and just live your
Who, me?
life. Yeah, you do.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, you do. I'm
No,
just
you got to break that down. What do you mean by that?
well, you not like you follow the trends. If you like something,
Oh,
you
okay.
like it. If you're into something, it doesn't matter if no one else is into it. You know.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Um, so I'm a firm believer. Just be true to yourself. Be authentic. You know, there's only one of you. There's only one of anybody. And when you try to follow the crowd, I feel, and I tell my girls this, you rob the world of the you experience. Like I tell my daughters this, like there's only one Yaya, there's only one Yo-Yo, and if you try to be like everybody else, you know, your people, the ones that will really benefit from you being authentically you, they won't get to see that, and you rob the world of them experiencing you. Like I feel like each and every person they offer an experience. You offer the Lewis experience. I offer the Tabby experience. You know, vice versa. And like I said, there's only one of you. The way you perceive things, the way you interpret things, your just human expression, the things that you like, your taste in music, just various stuff. And I think that some of that comes from our environment, our parents, you know, and some of that I feel like God has placed there. I don't think that people like what they like just for no reason. I think some stuff God placed in us to be more inclined to. But I think everybody should celebrate this, you know. I think if people were more comfortable being themselves, this world would be so much more like magical and just beautiful. Like people are incredible. Like if you ever question how incredible people are, just go through social media and watch funny videos and then go through the comments and see just how fun people are. Like people, the way their minds come up with these comments and their humor is really incredible. And it's like
Man,
I think about like what if that person had the time to really focus on their passions? Like if people didn't have to worry about paying rent and bills and stuff like that, what if every person had time to just focus on what they were passionate about, grow their talents? This world would be far more advanced and just incredible because people our brains people are really human beings are really really incredible, but I think a lot of times it's stifled because people hold back. They don't want to be different. They don't want, you know, everybody's going that way, maybe I should go that way too. It's like, no, if you don't feel like that's for you, walk in the other direction. So it doesn't matter if you're walking by yourself. Better to walk by yourself and stand in your truth, you know, have no regrets than to follow everybody else and always be wondering like what if I did this, or you know, what if I would have did that. I say that because a lot of my mistakes that I've made in my life is because I listen to my family, you know. Maybe I wanted to do something and I told my family and they're like, no, you shouldn't do that. And although I know that they cared, now that I'm older, I see that I'm very different in so many areas from my family, and I realize that they don't always understand. They don't always see what I'm seeing, and a lot of times I feel like it's not for them to see. It's not for them to understand. And now that I'm older, I have confidence, and I'm like, well, you know, it's okay. I know they're trying to look out for my well-being, but it's not for them to understand, and so now I'm okay with the comments or them trying to talk me out of stuff. It just is what it is. They may not see it
And I
right
heard
now,
that.
but they'll come around.
I mean, I can tell you out of experience. Me and you are similar. I think the only difference is that well, there's a couple of differences, but the main one we're talking about is I didn't really listen to my parents. I took in their words,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I still did exactly what I told myself I was going to do. Mm-hmm. Because I always say this, right? And I say this because this is how I move. So I have a goal. I have something that I want to do, and I picture this tunnel, and I'm gonna walk this tunnel, right, to the very end. Now along the way, there's gonna be people, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're there to render my path or they're honestly trying to help me out, right? Mm-hmm. But as long as I stay focused, that my end destination is the end of that tunnel, that doesn't matter anymore. I don't have to worry about people trying to pull me out from something good or people who are honestly trying to help me out from something bad. Mm-hmm. Because I'm just going to focus and continue on, and whatever happens, happens. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep on going. It's my experience, my life. I appreciate everybody that gives their concerns, and I take them all as concerns because I don't know who's out there trying to get me, and I don't know who's out there who are trying to truly help me out. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter because I have my eyes on something. Yeah. And I continue, and that's why I say that as long as you move that way, you'll be fine. And I think it's kind of ironic that when you listen to others, you can only blame yourself. Yeah. But when you don't listen to nobody but yourself, you honestly don't blame yourself. Yeah. It's like at least I tried. You just learn. Yeah. You learn. I've told my girls that too. Go ahead. No, you can go ahead. I told my girls that too, especially my oldest, because she'll be 19 in September. I tell her, now that you're a young adult, people are going to tell you what you should do. They're going to tell you how to do it. And I tell her, I'm like, make your own mistakes. Make your own mistakes, because at least if something doesn't work out, well, at least and you can say, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or at least I tried it. I said, there's nothing worse than you listening to someone else and it doesn't work out, and you're like, I shouldn't have did that. I should have listened to them. And I have quite a few of those, and I know a lot of it stems from like childhood. I was raised that your parents are always right and they know what's best for you, and you should want to honor your parents. You should want to listen. And so I grew up with that and I followed that, and I had to learn the hard way that my parents are just people just like I am. They don't know everything. They make mistakes. They've been allowed to make their own mistakes, and I should be allowed to, make my own mistakes. And I had to tell my family a lot, like especially my mom. I tell her, because my mom is pretty supportive. She doesn't understand everything that I do, but if I kind of talk to her about it, she'll be like, okay, if that's what you want, if that's going to make you happy. I had to tell her, Mom, anything that I want to do, know that I'm not being spontaneous about it. It's because I've thought it through, I've prayed about it, and I've taken it to God. And I told her, I'm like, if God tells me to do something and I tell you about it and you tell me not to do it, who am I to listen to? Am I supposed to go against God and listen to you because you're my mother? And I'm like, no. Sometimes I'm going to have to go against what you feel like is right, because although I want to honor you, but ultimately I'm here to walk in my purpose. And she said that God has revealed some stuff to her. Like, she said that she had a dream um, one time, and she said that me and the girls were living on a property. It wasn't in Texas. It was somewhere else. She said we were on a large property, and that I had two lions there with me. And she's like, God was telling me, like, not
not telling her not to interfere. Like, those are my girls. You think that you're worried about them, but I have my girls taken care of. And so she's let up a little bit, you know, but I don't want my girls to make the same mistakes I did. Like, I try to be as supportive. Like, if they say they want to do something, I I tell them, like, let mama help you. Make sure everything, you crossed all your T's and dot all your I's, because I want them to, even though I'm their mom, I want them to live their experience and go out and explore. I want to see what they're capable of, and I want to be there to support them. So,
Yeah.
how you doing,
No,
physics
I'm the
bro?
same way with my daughter. I just try to support her the best way I can and her dreams. I mean, she's doing great, so just support her to the end until she can sell that ship on her own.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and just be there whenever, if whenever she needs advice and stuff.
yeah.
That's basic. It's kind of funny because I shouldn't share this. Yeah, I'm not gonna share this. But let's just say I'm proud of my daughter.
Mm, that's
I
good.
was like, she expressed herself, and I was like, I respect it. Good girl.
Brent says, honoring your parents doesn't mean doing exactly what they say all the time. You can still make decisions for yourself and be honorable when telling them what you decided to do. Yeah, you're right, 13, and I have learned that. Um, I have learned that now, but that was like completely different. I wasn't being told that. Like, growing up, I was told, like, I know what's best for you, and you need to listen to me. And you know, I had to learn that the hard way. Now I know, but growing up, I wasn't. Being a teenager, if they didn't like something or didn't want me to do something, I just didn't do it. I'm like, okay, well, they're telling me not to do it, you know. Oh, it's okay,
I always said,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, every time I heard honor your mother and your father, um, I never take it as you have to listen to them 100%, because me and you, if me and my father, me and my mother are both doing according to the will of God, in a way, we don't really have to listen to each other. We can live our separate lives because we are living in the will of God. All me, my sisters, my father, my mother. So there's no really need to listen to each other because we're synchronized under the Lord. And so, in a way, I never took it as that, as honor your mother and your father, you have to listen to them. It's more honor your mother and your father because they're honorable.
Mm-hmm.
They're honorable. And so you don't disrespect them at all. But it doesn't mean you have to listen to them. Especially if it's according to God's will. Why listen to them?
Yeah.
We're all living it. So, that's how I took it growing
Mm-hmm.
up.
It's a kids movie. I can't remember the name of it. Um, but on the movie, the little girl, she's talking about her family and her parents, and she's talking about honoring her parents. And she was like, in honoring my parents, I forgot to honor myself. And it was me, Yaya, and Yo Yo watching the movie. And when that part came out, Yo Yo was like, Mama, did you hear that? And this was some years ago when we watched that movie, and I was like, oh. So that always stuck with me. Like, and it's funny because it's from a kid's movie, but it's like, in honoring your parents, I don't want to forget to honor myself. And I think a lot of times I have, like, trying to listen to them. And I don't want to blame them, but that was just the way I was taught. Like, you listen to me, you honor me when you listen to me. But I had to learn, and God had to show me too. Like, you listen to me. Like, those are your earthly parents, but I'm your heavenly Father. I created you, and they're a person just like you. They don't know everything. So it was a hard lesson to learn, but I'm glad that I did learn it so that I can, you know, help my girls out so I can be better for them. Because I don't, that's kind of a heavy weight to carry, and I wouldn't want to place that weight on my girls. Like, I want them to be free to express themselves. I'm already a pretty strange person, and I think Yaya and Yo-Yo are kind of different in their own right. And it's like, I look at them both, and I'm like, what if I was like that with them? Like, you need to do this, and no, you can't dress like this, or you can't, you can't do this. I don't think that that's good. I wouldn't get to see like how colorful and how just unique they are. And so yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate when I see my daughter's personality. I still remember the first day when she started showing her personality. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I remember when she was a baby, we went to get KFC, and you know, we were both hungry, but I ain't let her eat in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
This child didn't care. I was like, just wait till we get home. And she's like, she was probably like 5, 6, or 7 around there. And she's like, nope. And she like digged into the bucket and just started eating. I was like, at first I was like, she ain't listen to me. But then I was like, you know what? She's being herself. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let it slide. You know, I
Yeah.
respect. But man, it's those little moments where they show themselves like that
Yeah.
are are special to me. And this is why, like, there's moments where I'm like, should I just be like my father and scold her? But then I was thinking, you know what? No, because I don't want my daughter to grow up thinking that her voice needs to be controlled.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want her to ever live that way. Like, I don't want her to think, should I even say this? I want her to say it.
Yeah.
You know, and that type of mentality will help her out in any situation.
Yeah.
She could be, it could be a stranger bothering her. I want her to be verbalized and address her herself.
Yeah.
You know, that way I don't have to, and that way I know that when she's out there by her lonesome, that she'll be fine.
Yeah.
So ever since she was a child, I never scold her for speaking her mind.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
That backfires sometimes because I'm like, man, this girl really said that. That's crazy. They honor your father.
No,
But
I agree with that too. Um, Teaching them how to stand up for themselves, how to speak up for themselves, advocate for themselves. I think especially as girls too, because the world will try to tell them who they need to be, and they need that fight, that pushback in them. And my family, they say it all the time. Your girls are not like you. Like, they're tough. And I'm like, good. I don't want them to be like me. Like, I don't want them. You guys kind of ran me over. Like, I want them to stand up for themselves and say how they feel. And I want them to be able to be comfortable saying no. For a long time, I was uncomfortable saying no. And from a very early age, I have taught Yaya and Yo-Yo, you can tell me no within reason. Like, if you feel uncomfortable, you can tell any adult no within reason. And my mom's like, Tata, they can't tell you no. It should, they have to listen to you. And I'm like, they're their own people. Like, I have to teach them how to feel confident saying no, because they're going to grow up and they're going to be around other adults. They're not going to have their best interests in mind. And they need to be comfortable saying no and listening to themselves. And I'm like, but if I don't allow them to practice, you think that it's just going to automatically come to them when they're 20 years old and somebody's pressuring them, or telling them to do something that they don't want to do, but they don't know how to say no? I'm like, no, you have to start that early, like within reason, right? And it has benefited them. Like, they don't tell me no just for no reason. Like, I've never had a problem with either of them, like me telling them something for their own good. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I feel like they listen to me more when I tell them something, because they know that I'm telling them for a good reason.
I yeah, I believe that. And honestly, no is more powerful than yes. like you can shape your world to become a better place just by saying no. No, because once you say that first no, people know that you're just a solid person.
Yeah.
And whatever you say, nope, do what you want, but nope, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No way, Jose. And I would say this: if you're in a commercial business, you gotta study like the, you gotta cross your T's and dot your I's, because there's some situations where you gotta say no.
Yeah.
And that applies to all walks of life. Say no. Like, no, thank you.
No, thank you. That's how Yaya used to say.
I mean, if you want to be nice.
No, thank
The
you.
what?
That's how Yaya used to say when she was little, cause she couldn't say thank you. She would say thank you, and so we said that was her way of like cursing, like no thank you, no thank you, no f you, thank you.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
No
That's
thank
funny.
you. She was like
That's
no no
funny.
no no. She would do. She would right here. No 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 thank you. It's like no skip you, thank you.
That's funny. My daughter, she just said nope.
Nope.
Nope. And believe it or not, I got better on not cussing thanks to her, because when we were growing up, she would always get on my case about cussing. When she was a little child too, I'm like, how do you know that's even a cuss word? But nah, she always kept me on track. It's funny.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm 10 times better. I used to be cussing like a sailor. Now I use like fiddlesticks, fudge, um, like those 60, 50 words.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times when it escapes my mouth, but it's mainly because I'm expressing a certain task, and I blurt it out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but other than that,
I say
tries my best.
I say fudge all the time. Fudge.
I know fudge. I like fudge or fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks.
People are like, "Did you just say fiddlesticks?" Like, yeah, I did. I don't care, dude.
I've never been a fan of like cursing, curse words. I'm like, there's so many other words that you can use to express yourself, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm okay with people like Maria. She's a cursor. She cusses. She will hurt your feelings with her curse words. But I'm just like, I'm okay with people around me. Feel free to express yourself how you deem necessary. But just like for me personally, I'm just like, yeah, I don't wanna. I don't feel moved to talk like that.
I don't blame you. I mean, like I said, I only say those when I'm really getting into something.
Yeah.
But out of all my siblings, my sisters are the sailors.
Really?
They be, boy, like when we're all together, and of course I'm always the chauffeur, and they're just over there giggling, having a great time. I swear, man, they're laughing.
Had to close the door. The June bugs flying in here.
What are those?
They like copper looking bugs. They fly around. They're chunky looking bugs, but yeah, a few of them flew in here.
Yeah. When I was up and I think it was northern, like way up north in Texas, they had a bunch of crickets just everywhere.
Really?
I'm like, boy, this is like cricket boulevard. They were outside the door just chirping, and I was trying to get some sleep. I was like, yo, what the heck? And then now and then one will sneak in somewhere, I don't know how, and then I would walk outside and there's just crickets everywhere, everywhere. I'm like, oh man.
There's been
it's a
Go ahead. I'm sorry. And the
I was
boat.
like, man, this must be a Texas thing, because that and this never happened in Florida. We got cascadas, but they're not as loud as over here either. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm like, dang. Over here where I'm at, there's really no like forest or anything, so you don't really get that much wildlife over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, the crickets is definitely a thing. Like there have been times where I've gone to like the store, like Target or Walmart with the girls late. Like one time we were either at Target or Walmart. I don't know, but it was dark. We came outside and there were like crickets everywhere. And Yaya was freaking out because she hates bugs. She's like, "How are we gonna get to the car?" I said, "You're gonna have to walk." She's like, "No, Mama, please." I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" Like they were everywhere. Like it was so like they were covering the ground and they were just hopping around. It's like, just run to the car. Like she was running and screaming. Ah!
Just crunch them.
Yeah. My mom says
Crunch.
My mom says it's like bad luck to step on the like cricket. She's like, don't kill the cricket. Like if one goes inside her house, because I told you she's like really superstitious. She's like, no, don't kill it. Take it outside.
That's Chinese too. They believe that too.
Yeah.
A cricket that comes into your house is good luck. You don't want to eliminate it.
Ilse's here. You're gonna see her coming down the. You'll see her coming down the ladder.
Oh, see. Damn, look at that hunter. All that elegance. Oh, look at that. She's over there. Even like rubbing herself on the pole. Going down. What's wrong with her, man?
You see? I didn't know she was in here. This time of year,
that's very cool.
We have little tiny frogs. We call them tree peepers. It's very loud. Oh, this cute. I like the little frog.
Frying pan. Nah, but he said collect them, put some oil in the frying pan with some garlic and cook them with their edible.
Oh.
That's funny. I never ate frog. I ate snake, gator.
Hey, that's not nice. Don't be like that.
Damn, who should do that to?
Marnie.
Oh.
Sorry, Marnie. I didn't mean to do you like that. Ilse, don't be mean, okay? You had to do that. She wasn't messing with you. Marnie is she tries to bully Ilse. She will chase Ilse down. So it's well within. She hissed her for a reason.
How old is she?
Ilse?
Mm-hmm.
She's 5.
5?
She's 5.
5 years old? Okay.
Yeah. And
she's so young.
Yeah, Marnie will be 2 in September 1st.
That's nice.
Yeah. Ilse I got from the shelter. She was a little runt. And her mama was a rescue. And the woman that rescued her, she didn't know that Ilse's mom was pregnant. And so her mama had all these kittens, and the woman couldn't take care of all of them. So she had to give them to the shelter. And I went one day. I was like, let me go see what they have. And I seen the woman. Yo-Yo was with me, and we walked past the woman, and she was crying. And I just kind of stood there. I was looking at the cats, and she just kept crying. She was just standing at the cages, and so I asked her, I said, are you okay? And she was like, I feel so sad. She's like, I rescued their mom, and I didn't know the mom was pregnant. She was like, I can't keep all of them. And she's like, but I'm worried about the little runt. She was like, I came back for her. And we were actually, so the cat that I had before Ilse, she was a little runt too. And I went to the shelter, purposefully looking for a little runt. So I kind of looked at Yo-Yo, and I told the lady, I was like, well, we can adopt her. And when I said that, her eyes just kind of lit up, and she was like, really? And I said, yeah, we'll take her. And so she was like, if you take her, then I'll take one of her siblings. So yeah, Ilse been with me ever since.
That's nice. She has a nice color too.
Physics Bro said, my sister's late cat lived to be 30. 31 years old. She's the oldest. Really?
Wow,
Wow. Man, you hear
that's
that?
crazy.
Ilse, 30 years old with me. We'll be old ladies
It,
together. Wow.
that'd be possible too.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. I was looking at these cat videos and on Instagram, and there was this real. It's kind of funny how they start off cute and they end up cute because it was this really really old cat. I think he was probably like 13,
Mhm.
but he had this little old man meow. He looked
Oh.
like an old man. It was cute. Like, man, that's cute. I like it. Imagine, yeah, having an old cat, me being old at the same time. We're just chilling in the porch, doing
Phys-
old man things,
Physics bro said it
playing
was
on our.
it was official. Wow.
That's cool. That's
Man.
really cool.
I feel like Ilse's gonna be with me a very long time. I just have this feeling we are gonna be old ladies together. She's very tough to be able to survive out here. I know that she is had to fight. But I'm like, I always pray over her. I'm like, God, please protect my baby when she's out on her little adventures hunting. You know, we got coyotes out here, we got snakes, we got all kinds of
Mm,
stuff. And but yeah, she doesn't wander very far. Like, she'll go into the woods, but whenever I call from her, like, I'll call her. Sometimes it'll take her like a minute or two, but she'll come back. So she doesn't go too far.
that's nice. I, I like cats. They can literally take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this
I learned.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There was this dwarf cat on Instagram that me and Yaya we like. I can't remember his name. I think it was Francis. The cat's name was, but we both followed him, and I didn't know that Yaya was following the account too. But he was like a dwarf kitty, and he was old, and eventually he passed away. And I remember I logged onto Instagram one day and I seen it, and I was so sad. I was so upset. I mean, it messed up my day. And then I looked and I saw that Yaya had commented on it, and I was like, I didn't know that you followed Francis. So we were both sad. We were both sad about the little kitty who we never met, but we were just, we both enjoy watching, seeing his little content.
Yeah. I not what was this in Instagram?
Yeah.
I noticed I've been seeing a lot of pets having profiles. I'm like, what
Mm.
in the heck is going on? I'm like, should I do that too? Just get me a pet and just
Yeah.
have a profile for him. I want to get me
Maine
a Maine
Coon.
Coon cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
Oh.
So I want him all black, looking like a werewolf, and I'm gonna call him Adonis.
Adonis. That's cool.
Hmm.
Those Maine Coons, they get big. So Junia, she was half Maine Coon.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
Wow.
she was half Maine
Well,
Coon.
what was Elsie doing?
So okay, so I didn't even know this, right? But
uh,
a cat, they can have in their litter, they can have babies from multiple cat,
oh
multiple.
wow,
Yeah.
that's
And so there was this Maine Coon. He was hanging around. So when I got Ilse, she was pretty small, so I waited to get her fixed. And anytime like I would set her up an appointment, something would happen. So it kind of like stretched out to like maybe a year and something. And I had a neighbor on the other side. She had a cat named Jim, and she would let Jim out. And Ilse went into heat, and he would be at my window like trying to get to Ilse. And she's used to going outside, so I would try to let her out to keep an eye on her. I was like, I gotta get her fixed because he's going to get to my baby. And one day he got to her, and I was like, you don't get your butt out of here. I was so mad. I was like, I'm so sorry, Ilse. I was like, I didn't protect you. But I knew. I was like, she's pregnant now. I gotta deal with it. But then I seen another. It was a black Maine Coon, because I used to like exercise outside at night, and I would run back and forth. And one night I saw these little glowing eyes, and I shined my light, and I seen him, and I was like, I know what you're doing. You think I'm gonna let my baby outside? I'm not gonna do it. Go, like, go on somewhere. And I never saw them together, but I'm like, as often as he is around here, one of those little kittens are gonna come out black. And I was like, God, let me have just one black cat. If that's the case, let me just get one to come out black. I just need one black kitty. And sure enough, Junia was the first one that came out, and she was all black. And I was like, there go my black cat. So yeah, them. And that dude, he would get Jim. He would. She had 5 kittens. Five look. So for a while, I had 5 little kittens running around here, and it was crazy. I was like, they would be bouncing off the walls. I was like, this is too small of a space for me to have all you guys in here. So I kept them till they, she weaned them, and then I rehomed them. I rehomed 3, and I kept 2. But like, yeah, it was just all those cats. But it was one time she went, like, after she weaned them, I guess she was trying to teach them how to hunt. And she went outside and she found a mouse, and she brought it back in, and they went crazy. They all of their eyes were big, like, oh my gosh, it's a live mouse that you brought in here. And she just kind of dumped it down, like, here you guys, y'all can eat. And they all looked like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, when their eyes big like that, it's because they're ready to destroy.
They didn't eat it though. Like, I ended up taking it outside because she gave it to them and they wouldn't eat it. Like, they were scared.
Nah, they're psychopaths. That's what it is. They only hunt for the thrill. They don't hunt. I mean, eating is the secondary thing. Yeah. Hunting is the first. So that's why I like cats, man. I always say that. Alright, so one of my favorite animals, of course, is feline. So that includes all the Pantheria, small cats. But the other ones that I like is owls, because I always say owls are the feathered cats of the birds. And for the bugs, it's moths. To me, those are cats. They resemble cats to me. So that's why I like those things. And a king snake? To me, that's a cat. King snakes are really cool to have, because they eat poisonous snakes. Oh. And so if you want a pet for a snake for a pet, yeah, go for a king snake.
I want to
they'll eat rattlesnakes. They'll eat copperheads.
One of my neighbors said that we had one on the property, and they were, if I remember correctly, they were like, don't just leave it because it eats the other snakes.
It does. That's why they call it the king snake. And they're not poisonous to humans or non-threatening to humans. So they make awesome pets.
I'm gonna look that up.
And they're cute. They're really cute. You look at their face, I'm like, how is a snake so cute? You know?
I don't know. I'm looking at the pictures.
You don't think it's cute? That's crazy.
No, I'm just... So one time I saw a snake. It was pretty big. It was large. Like,
don't tell me you killed it.
No. I came across it. Like, I was walking. I walked to the other side of the property, and then I came back, and I saw this like flower in the distance, and I wanted to get closer to it so I could see it. And so I kind of like ran towards it, and when I came up on it, I saw this large snake. Like, it was large. And I just turned around and ran the other way, but it was all black, and I don't know what kind of snake it was.
King snake.
I didn't mess with it. I was like, oh. Gotta go.
Yeah,
Love.
I love those snakes. If I get a snake, it would be that one.
Physics bro said
They just
loves
look
owls
adorable.
for the longest
The
time.
what?
I was reading Physics bro comment. He said love owls for the longest time. I had one in a tree outside of my bedroom window. He would hoot. Yeah, there's a couple of owls that live in the woods behind the house, and sometimes I hear them, you know, communicating with each
Like,
other. Yeah.
oh, ooh, ooh. I always see, um, now in Mexican beliefs and also in Native American beliefs, they say that owls are a symbol of death, right?
Yeah.
And in a way, they kind of are, but I took it as more of as a cautionary. Just be careful. The
Yeah.
owl is just saying. Remember, owls represent wisdom,
Yeah.
right? And the only way to obtain wisdom is through experience.
Yeah.
And usually that means hardship experiences. So when an owl appears, it's telling me, be cautious.
Yeah.
Be cautious. So whatever you're thinking of at that moment or whatever, just be cautious. Take care of yourself. Use wisdom. That's what I use when I say owl. I don't think, oh, death is coming for me. No.
Yeah.
More like, just be careful.
I feel like that too. Usually, like if I have had dream when I dream about owls, it's usually for me to pay attention, you know, about something. But there is one time I think I told this story. I was outside doing something, and I had the porch light off, so the moon was kind of like shining. It was a full moon that night, so I could kind of see on the ground, and I heard something, and I looked around, and I just saw all these like I thought they were owls on the ground, and I was like. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, why are you guys here? I said that out loud. I'm like, why are you here? I thought it was like a bunch of owls, but then I flipped on the light and it was freaking raccoons. I was like, oh my gosh.
That is funny.
Yeah, but I remember looking and I was like, oh my gosh, why are you here? I'm thinking something's about to happen. I was like,
a straight up omen, right?
yeah, I was like, why are
hey,
you here?
They're like, Tabby, you ain't listening. So we had to gather the console and tell you straight up.
I was
Whatever you're
afraid.
thinking.
Yeah. Yaya was like, Mama, who are you talking to? I was like, all these raccoons out here. I thought that they were owls. Because I was like, first of all, why are you all here? And why are you on the ground like that? Like something about to go down. Because they were.
Oh, that is funny.
They were standing up, like the raccoons were standing up on their back legs, so they kind of looked like owls. And this the way the moonlight was shining, and I was like, I remember I was like, oh my gosh, why are you guys here? I was like, this is about to be the end.
We came for you, Tabby. And it's just a couple of raccoons ready to eat. Oh man, that's funny. I don't know, man. I think it's hilarious. I love owls, man. I don't know. And it's because they're silent hunters too.
Yeah.
They represent hunting as well. I honestly think I admire the hunting animals for some weird reason.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Owls are just really gorgeous in general.
Yeah.
That's funny. I can only picture all those owls.
It was like
it
was 6 or 7 of them.
Owls.
Yeah, it was 6 or 7. So out here.
Good Lord, 6, 7 owls.
Yeah, like there's no lights. So if I don't have my porch light on, it's just pitch black outside. And now sometimes if there's a full moon, and it's not no clouds, I can actually see outside. Like I can see shapes of stuff, but I can't see detail. And if I'm outside, I kind of like that because I can see without having the porch light. I can see the stars and stuff like that. And so if the moon is bright enough, I won't have the porch light on. So it was one of those nights, and I can't remember what I was doing, but I just seen it was like 6 or 7 of them. But the way they were standing up, I was like, "Oh my gosh, why are you here?" And I ran to the porch to turn the light on, and I just seen it. I was like, "Oh my god, get out of here!" He almost gave me a heart attack. I don't know what they were
You know,
doing.
no, go ahead. You don't know what?
I don't know what they. I mean, they must have came around here for food, but
Yeah.
they scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, something about to go down. Something I'm not gonna be able to fight against.
That all right? I can only imagine that. I was gonna go back to what you said. You said you can see in the dark.
Mhm. So I think that
You know, it's.
go ahead.
No,
I
go ahead.
I
Finish.
think because it is so dark out here, um, I have gotten used to, not there not being a whole lot of light. There have been times where I have been on the other side of the property working, and it has gotten late, and I walk back in the complete dark, but I can see. Um, there's times I go into the woods and I don't have my headlamp or a flashlight, and I can kind of see my way around. Um, it's funny because I won't look directly. Like if I look directly at something, I can't see so much of the detail. But if I look off to the side, I can see more of the detail. It's kind of strange.
No, I can explain that. So when I was a kid, and even to this day, I can see in the dark too. And I was trying to teach like my sisters and all my friends because they're like, "You can see?" Like, yeah, I can see. So what I do is I get the smallest light, and then I start bouncing it around, and I make a map
Mhm.
of basically where I'm at. So that's what I do. So it's because you're adjusting your eyes
Mhm.
to the smallest light, and then you just basically bounce it around, adjusting your eyes until you get a full picture.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
you develop that naturally over there. I just did it like, and that's it. It helped me a lot.
Yeah. So I do like
It's
when I
the
go ahead.
it's the hunter in us.
Mm.
You know.
So when I brush my teeth, I always do it on the porch, and I'll look up, and I've seen a lot of like meteors outside because I'm just out there, and I don't like to have the porch light on because you have to give your eyes time to adjust to the darkness. So a lot of times I go out there and I'm in the dark. But I think it's just come from like being out here for such a long time, and even like if you come, like if you're driving to where I am, there's about so they recently put up some like lights on the way, but it used to be for like 7 miles there were no street lights. So your headlights better be working, otherwise you're not gonna be able to see. But recently they put up some lights to a certain at a certain spot. But I would say now for about 5 miles there's no street lights. So you need your
I know
your
what you mean.
headlights to
No,
work.
when I was traveling up to Vernon, it's like that, and like I'd be down there like 3 in the morning, and I'm like, dang, everything's just dark, and I'm just driving, it having my highlights. There's no. I'm the only one out there. But it's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I love the way it looks, and then when the sun comes up, it's even more gorgeous. I wouldn't. There's a few places I want to visit up there too. Um, a couple of little hiking areas.
A lot of people they're afraid of the dark. I get that asked a lot. Like, how do you deal with the darkness out there? Like, aren't you afraid? And like, no, not really. I'm used to it. But a lot of adults they don't like the darkness. They bothered by the darkness.
I don't get bothered by the darkness. I enjoy it. And as a kid, I always told myself this: if you read the Bible, it says that the Creator dwells in complete darkness between the pavilions. And ever since I was a kid, I always had that embedded in my
Mm.
mind. Like why should I be afraid of the darkness when it's where God sees through everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he also says that's why the wicked can't hide in darkness, because that's exactly where God is even looking through. So in a way, it's like when you're in darkness, you're with the Creator, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I think like when you pray and you close your eyes, you're staring into darkness.
Yeah.
So, that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
Why I was never scared of the dark. Like, I'm in the safest place. What do you mean?
Well, I know that it's not the actual darkness, it's people, they're afraid of what is in the darkness.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're not afraid of the dark. They're afraid of what could be in that darkness. But
it's probably because they can't see. Because I used to think everybody could do this, right? Like everybody can see in the dark. Until like my friends are like, well, you can see. Like, yeah, just grab my shoulder. I'll take you where you need to go. I used to think everybody was able to see in the dark, but nah, that's not true. Everybody, they see just complete darkness, which I think is crazy. Because they told me they can't see their hands in front of them. I think that's kind of crazy. You know? I couldn't imagine not being able to see nothing. I don't know. That'd probably treat me out.
I wonder if something. Like, I wonder if it's something that can, a person can be trained.
I think so, but then again, I started as a kid, so I don't know. I know my daughters can see in the dark.
Really?
She can see in the dark, yeah. She definitely got that from me. I'm over here creating superhumans, you know?
I looked it up. It said humans cannot see in absolute pitch black darkness, but we can see in dim light.
I mean, it makes sense. If you put me in a box, I won't be able to see nothing. Makes sense. It makes sense. But out in nature, nature, even in this apartment, anywhere I ever been, I can see in the dark. But I can see if you put me in a box, I won't be able to see. Yeah. There's no dimension. There's no dimension in there to even bounce light around.
It says some people naturally see better in the dim light due to genetics, eye health, and pupil size. Yeah, so some people naturally can see better. Yeah. How you doing, Ender? Welcome in. Yeah, some people can naturally see better.
So these my big eyes come with benefits.
It says eyes use rod cells for low light vision. Individuals born with a higher concentration of rods or more efficient light sensitive proteins can adapt to darkness faster and navigate dim settings easier.
That is pretty cool.
So it says technique because rods are located away from the center of the retina, looking slightly off center, peripheral vision helps. So yeah, it supports what I said. Like I can, if I don't look directly at something but kind of off to the side, I can see more detail of what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like I take it as you bouncing the light around. You know, you focus on one thing, you light, and then it just comes in. And you feel like it maps out. That's how I took it. It just maps out the whole area.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the scientific way.
Yeah.
To say it. That's pretty cool.
I'm doing good, Andrew. I'm doing very good. Andrew is Yaya's mod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey there, Andrew. You got a poem you want to share?
You got a poem you want to share, Andrew? You right?
What other special abilities you got?
I don't know. Oh, I would say the dreams. The dreams. God has blessed me with the gift of dreams. I dream sometimes some nights I can go to sleep and I'll have maybe 3 or 4 dreams, and then I wake up and I'm trying to piece them together. Yaya tells me to write them down. I don't know. I'm kind of lazy. I don't be wanting to write them down, and but I really feel like God reveals stuff to me in dreams, and He reveals things to me about like people. And there are times like if something is going on in my life, and I'll ask God, I'm like, God, if there's something that I need to know or something that I need to be watchful for or mindful for, God will reveal it to me in the dream. And people have gotten kind of freaked out, like, how you know that? And I'm like, like, God showed it to me, you know. But I would say that's one of my gifts or just strengths, right? But just paying attention, because sometimes my dreams I don't understand them, but I kind of have like my own little dream dictionary up here, and it's just throughout my lifetime, you know, since I was a little girl. Um, Having different dreams and just paying attention to, okay, I had this dream and then this happened after I had that dream. So, and my mom has it too, and Yaya has it also. And it's like sometimes my mom will have a dream and she'll call me and she's like, I need to tell you about my dream. Can you tell me what it means? Or Yaya will have a dream. She's like, Mama, what does this dream mean? And I can help. Um, I would say that that's a gift. It's a gift because
No, it's a gift.
you know.
I'm the same way, and I always try to give it a logical conclusion. I'm a very logical person, but I think I'm balanced between um, creation and the logical ofness of this world. And I used to think that when we pin up, in my case, in some of my dreams, you pin up something, like you might worry about something, and what your dream will help you do, it will help you exhaust that feeling out of your system. For example, if you're scared of heights, your dream will put you in a situation where you're in a very high place in order to help you exhaust that emotion out of your system. Because you're recharging your mind, you're recharging everything during sleep. So whatever worries you, whatever you are afraid of, and stuff like that, your dream will help you exhaust that out of your being, so you won't stress. You'll stress less about it the next day. That's my logical conclusion to why I dream certain dreams. But then I had dreams where it will tell me something, and then the next day it happens. And it's, for example, not to get too much detail, I had a dream that I was repeating something, a location, and then the next day I was told that said location, right? And I was like, wow, that's strange. You know? I have a lot of those too. So, so for me, if I'm dreaming about like anything that puts me in an emotional state, it means my body's just detoxing emotions out of my system. And then you have the whole, you know, foresight dreams.
I dream a lot about animals. A lot
That's
about
cute.
animals, various animals. Some animals that I've never even been around in real life. Um, I don't know why that is. Maybe because of how I see animals, but I know that when I dream of certain animals, they have particular um, meanings.
Personalities.
Yeah. One time I had a dream about a stag, and I was in forest somewhere. I wasn't here in Texas. I was somewhere else, a place that I had never been. And I was kind of intimidated by the stag because it was so big, and it started walking toward me, and when it got toward me, it bowed to me. And and I remember in the dream I was kind of surprised, and when I woke up, I told my mom, I was like, I don't know what that dream means. She's like, that's a good dream, like, you know, I forgot exactly what she said, but she's like, you gotta think about that's such a large animal, a majestic animal, and it's bowing to you. I still don't know what it meant, but it was a nice dream though.
The stag is considered the king of the forest.
Mm.
Yeah. So having it bow down to you is a good sign. That's pretty cool. Have you ever seen a stag or elk up and close?
I've seen
I think
when I went to Washington, I saw elk. It was pretty close, but I've never seen a stag. I didn't even realize what they were. I'm like, how is it that they're so large? Like I've seen videos people have posted. I'm like, that's actually a real creature.
it's the elks you're referring to.
Yeah.
But they look similar.
Mm.
Elks and stags look similar, but the elks are much huger. They're
Mm.
huge. I don't know, maybe your home is in Washington.
I don't know. I've been looking for. I kind of shied away from looking in Washington because just all the permits and stuff you need to, because
Yeah.
ultimately I want Yaya. Like Yaya wants her own little tiny house, and it's like I don't want to have to trying to get through all those permits and stuff. You'll go through your money trying to get permits and stuff like that, and there's no guarantee that they'll give. You pay for it. There's no guarantee that they're gonna give it to you. So that kind of deters me a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Because you're looking for mountains, right? Also?
Yeah. I want to be in the mountains. I would like to be in the mountains. That's my dream. Something that has like water on the property, like a little creek or a spring or something like that. Um, yeah, something in the mountains so I can have my donkey and my fleet. But see, if I go to Washington, I don't think I'd be able to have a donkey because it get too cold up there.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was going to say, um, well, I'm only going to say this because the way you described it is Colombia. They have mountain, the water, and they have stags,
Mm-hmm.
It looks like freaking Switzerland,
Really?
over there. I was like, man, this is a place I want to go to right here. It's a mountain there that I want to see. That's why I want to go over there.
Mm.
Colombia. Just to check it out. See if it's the same vibes.
Yeah.
Because when I went to Washington, I said that, I was looking for a mountain, and it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But right enough to Rainier, it was one of the most beautiful experiences I ever felt because you're just zigzagging going, and I went around the whole mountain like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can just see the beautiful tip of the mountain within the clouds and stuff like that. You see the water running down on the side of the road, and then I stopped on the side of the road, and you just smell this beautiful breeze of pine, and your nose is no longer stuffy.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best things ever.
Did you see? Did you see the huge waterfall on Mount Rainier?
The huge waterfall. Oh, you talking about the glacier?
I don't know, but it's like if you driving up, like on the drive, there's like it's a really really large waterfall, and you can get people they park and then they get out and kind of
take pictures.
Yeah, walk toward it.
I'll be honest. I think I did, but I don't think it was as big as. Because I don't know what big is for you. Because I've seen a big waterfall, but I don't think it was bigger. Because I've seen something way bigger before, So
let me see.
I'm not sure if you're talking about that. Because I did see if you climb on top of if you go all the way up on the mountain, on the very tip of the mountain, there's a waterfall coming down the mountain.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't
No.
go that far up. So like I went up to where the top where they have like the store and it's like a place to stay up
Oh
there.
man, so you
But
didn't even get to experience the hike.
I didn't go up there because I didn't have like the right shoes. Like I didn't have no hiking boots or nothing like that. And it was
What
snow,
size are you?
7.5.
Oh, there, man.
Yeah, it was snow up
That
there,
is
right?
really. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's right. You went. When did you win?
In
May.
May of last year.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if you get some hiking boots, they're kind of expensive, but they're the best. I gotta get me a new pair, but they're Solomon's Solomon hiking boots,
Solomon.
and yeah, they're the best ones. I got the urban slash wild ones, so I can use them out here. I don't know if you know. I told you this, but when we had that ice storm over here in Texas, first one ever, right? I learned the hard way. I went to go defrost the door of my car with my cat, right? Hot water and everything. Wearing my cowboy boots.
Oh, did you slide?
I slid. I hit my shoulder. Man, it was. I was lucky no one looked at me. I looked around if anybody had seen that. I was like, okay, I'm safe. This never happened.
Those are practically ice skates on that.
I know, for real. And so I came back up here, and then I just put on my freaking hiking boots, and it was perfect. No slid or nothing. I was like, man, boy, I ate snow that day.
Man, yeah.
Lucky for me, there was a nice pile of snow just right there, too. Someone's like, God, it's like, yeah, you're going to fall in the morning, so I'm going to make sure no car parks here and just nice little batch of snow to catch you.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I have pictures of the
waterfall.
Yeah. I thought I might have posted a video.
Did you go to Olympia?
I didn't go.
No, it was nice too.
I wanted to, but I didn't.
There's so many fishing spots.
I want to go back to Washington.
You want to go back?
Yeah, I had such a good time. Like I was there for a week, and I felt like that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough time.
I was there for a month, and I still felt like it wasn't enough.
It's just so much stuff to do. It's just it was so beautiful. All that green and like I was in Seattle for a few days. Seattle was okay, but I preferred being like on the mountain. It was just so much. And then I went in May, and so none of the wildflowers were in bloom yet. Some places, like at the top, it was still a lot of snow. So I felt like I didn't get to see everything that I wanted to see.
That sucks. I was in Lakeshore, right next to Fort Lewis. So like going to Mount Rainier was only like a 40-minute drive. Yeah. It was pretty nice fishing for salmon. Well, waiting for it actually. I didn't catch nothing.
Oh. Yeah, I want to go and I want to take the girls. That was my first trip, solo trip without them. And the whole time I was like, oh, I wish they were here. I wish they were here. I wish they were here. It was a lot.
It was gorgeous.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't want to come back. I wanted to come back so I could, see my babies, but I wasn't ready to come back.
It's like a Zelda game. Well, whenever you go back, and you make sure you can actually take the hike all the way up, because it's beautiful and green. It feels like you're in a Zelda game. Like that's how magical it seemed. And yeah, man. When I got to the very top, I told myself this. What did I say? I said something similar to, man, why does it feel like I'm weightless? Like chains just fall off of me.
Mm.
Like I felt like something was wearing me down, and I got there. I was like, man, it was just so real. I felt like a new person in a way. And
Mm.
honestly, I think it did change me a lot. And I don't know. I remember I seen this guy. He was painting. He was just painting up the mountain like this scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was just freaking cool. It was so cool.
I was hugging
I
a
need to
lot
do
of
that.
trees.
You want to?
I was
What was that?
hugging a lot of trees. Like when I was hiking, I'd stop and I'd see a beautiful tree and I would hug it. I don't know. I was in my own world up there. I was like, God, thank you for blessing me to be here. Thank you for giving me eyes to see and experience all this beauty. Like, just the smell. My gift to
I
smell
know the
that I can
smell.
smell the air and I can see all this beauty. Like when I think about being there, places like that, even like the Smoky Mountains, it is so beautiful. And it's like I come back to Texas and I'm like, what am I doing here? It's so beautiful. I just like I'm a big fan of the mountains. I just love the mountains.
Yeah. One thing about the mountains, um, I don't know. Yeah. Next time you just gotta climb to the very top.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I was tired as heck. It took almost, my messed up legs. They actually got better because um, my whole trips and stuff. They
Yeah.
actually got way stronger. But boy, it was, man, climbing up maybe 5 hours and down about another 6 or 7. Because climbing up is easy,
Yeah.
right? Climbing down when your legs are already sore.
Mm-hmm.
I had to walk on my side, right, in
Oh.
baby steps,
Yeah.
because it's either keep moving or sit down and rest and have your legs locked up and you're just stuck there, and then embarrassing someone has to pick you up or something. So then you know what, I can do this, and it was all mentally because as soon as I got to where the shops and stuff are at, that whole pain just went away, and I just walked to my car, got in my car, picked up my leg like this. I literally had to pick up my leg like this.
Oh.
This part of my knee was just hurting. I picked it up, put it like this, got the other one, put it like this, turn on the car, and just drove.
Ah.
But it was a nice experience.
That.
Another good place that you can hike is really fun too is the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and those are closer too. So those are most definitely doable. The
Mm.
Colorado, not Smoky Mountains, Colorado Rocky Mountains,
Yeah.
something like that. Those are very doable. You just have to get a reservation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you got to get it on time because it gets busy. Because
Mm.
it's like I think the whole Colorado is like a whole camper place. And another good place you should do is um, Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
That one was nice too.
Really?
The camping there is perfect.
Really?
It's camp friendly. Like you pitch your tent and stuff like that. And I want to go back to that area,
Mm-hmm.
the Black Hills.
Black Hills.
Man, it was perfect. And they have so many places you can go hike, explore,
Mm-hmm.
history, the food, banging. I think it was Custer. There was a town named Custer. Mm-hmm. They have this Mexican restaurant. I think it's called Buffalo, the Red Buffalo. But man, their bison was good. Their elk was good.
Mm.
It was just really great, man.
Wow.
I recommend that place.
So I have
Yellowstone was okay.
I have a question. Since you were, you were traveling like that and staying camping, did you ever feel like you were in danger, like out there by yourself, or did you feel pretty safe? I mean, I know you got stuff with you to protect yourself, but did you ever feel like, okay, this isn't safe?
Yes, but only when it came to animals.
Oh, okay.
And there is some occasion. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I got way 10 times better, and it's because of this journey that I took. But I have a lot of. I don't trust easy. I don't trust people easy. Like my brain just goes negative when I encounter a stranger out when I was hiking. Mm-hmm. Like literally, I met these German people, and they were just talking to me nicely and stuff, and I was like, they're just trying to hurt me somewhere. And so like that's what I had in my head, and I was just keeping my distance, but still keeping a conversation. Yeah. But I've learned that if you have trust issues, it's mainly because they're probably have trust issues too. Mm-hmm. And when you're giving off vibes that you don't trust, then they give off vibes that they don't trust, and then y'all both are not trusting each other. Mm-hmm. So I've learned that the best thing I can do is just trust people, right? And just give that feeling off, and then they trust me. We trust each other. Yeah. Because we're all out there having fun, anyways. And it was the nicest people ever that I ever encountered in these trips. It was just my own personal little dilemma inside of me, but it that went away completely. Because you're out in the middle of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Anything can happen. So. Yeah. But I met the Udi tribe up in the Green Mesas, and there's this old man that he can do animal calls really good. I'm talking about he can mimic any animal really good, right? And it's funny because they were telling me, we're just here checking out our land. It was the land. You can see like old ancient ruins out in the bottom of the caverns. They took me down there too, and they were just showing us the history behind everything and all that. And they were like, "Yeah, man, we're staying here tonight. If you want, you can stay with us and stuff like that." But I already got a motel, and it was a nice motel too. And so I skipped on that. But man, traveling really did open my mind up. It shrunk the world, Now I feel like I want to shrink it more, Yeah. Ghosts. There were so many ghost towns. It's pretty cool. There's so much to do out there. Yeah. Going past, it got better when I got past when I got into South Dakota, because you see wild buffalo and stuff like that. You see wild horses in northern Oklahoma. Nebraska and Kansas are where I went to, foreign states. I didn't like them at all. As soon as I got to South Dakota, I was like, oh man, this looks different, for real. Mm-hmm. I like this. Basically traveled to Montana, down to Wyoming, up to Utah, Idaho, a little bit of Oregon, and straight to Washington. That's pretty cool. That's cool. And I don't regret it. I still can't believe I did it either. I want to do something like that. I just kind of worry about the safety, like you're a guy, so a person might think twice about messing with you, but like with me, I don't know if I could. I would want to do it alone, but I don't know if that would be wise. Like maybe I would have to have somebody with me to do something like that, just to be on the safe side. If you want to borrow my rifle, go right ahead. Yeah. You don't have no trouble. Just make sure you have it on your back at all times. Yeah. When I was hiking up in, where was it? There's only 2 instances I had it, but it's only because it was so empty. Mm-hmm. And I really feared that there was a panther out there. So, I was like, man, I have to be ready. I don't care how crazy it looks. Yeah. Even if I get locked up. But it was desolate. And I didn't even went that far because I was like, you know what? I can get lost out there. So let me head on back. Yeah. But it was beautiful. That's cool. Worth it. All that's left is the East Coast and the Southwest. That's all I got to do. Then I'll see most of America. Then it's time for, I don't know, abroad.
I like to travel. I want to do more traveling. I definitely want to go to Scotland, Ireland, Japan. I got a lot. I gotta, I need to put some more stamps in my passport.
And my daughter already got her passport. She got it before me. That's crazy, right?
You know how your passport say?
No, I have to get it. I've just been so lazy. I was gonna do it in Washington, but it was a 3 month wait. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And then I came back here, and this one's way better. I just have to do the appointment.
Yeah.
That's all. It's way better time out here to do it. I don't know. The only thing that's stopping me is giving away my because you got to mail your birth certificate, you know. And I was thinking, what if it never comes back? You know what I'm saying?
You can't go to the place and do it?
You can, but you know when it's in transit, you don't know what's gonna happen. That's my negative thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's my negative thinking.
I thought you can go. You can go to the place. You can take your stuff to the place.
Like, to Austin?
No. Like, don't they have? They have the offices where you can set up the appointment and then you can go and.
UPS, the United States Post Office.
No. There are certain offices where you can set up an appointment, and that's what they do. Like they handle all the paperwork and stuff, and you can give them your papers and stuff like that. It's it's not that, not the USPS. They're like, I mean, that's what they do. Those offices is for passports and stuff like that. Yeah, and you set up.
I've only been doing it. I did my daughter's to the USPS. That's how she got hers.
The way I did me and the girls is we went to the actual place and
Interesting.
Yeah, and just gave all the paperwork and stuff like that.
Me mandas el address, entonces.
Okay. Yeah. I'll look it up.
Cause I want to do, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I want to do it directly.
Yeah.
Like just do, cause I don't know. I just feel it kind of weird. You have to mail your birth certificate. I don't know about that, boss.
No, there's offices that you can go to. You gotta set up an appointment. Before you could just walk in and do it, but now you gotta set up an appointment and you just take like all your information and stuff like that. And I think you have to take, I don't know about now, but I think you gotta take money orders. That's how I did it with the girls, so that way you can pay the fees for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll look it up and let you know.
All right. Yeah. I wanted to do it in Washington because I wanted to go to Canada, just for Vancouver. Just to say I was in Canada. But man, 3 months, I was like, dang boy, it's a long ass time.
It's usually at the county's clerk office, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually at the county clerk.
I'll search it up then.
Yeah.
County clerk.
So whatever county you're in, if you Google like passport office near me, it should pull it up. That way.
Oh man, I still got a lot of things to do too. Like, I'm just been too occupied with work but there's so much stuff I gotta do.
How you doing, John Mexico? Thank you for the year. Awesome.
Oh dang, it's about to hit 11:30.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, Tabby, I appreciate the night. Your portrait was great, by the way. I really enjoyed the new ones a lot. That bunny one especially.
Thank you.
Like I said earlier, your gift is what you express through your emotions, and I think you should do more of that. And have a great night and a better tomorrow. I have to take my butt to sleep.
Oh, okay. I enjoyed you saying. I hope you get a good night's rest. Good night.
Cuídate.
Sorry guys, I know I missed some of y'all's comments. Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow in the morning if you want to come back and hang out with me. Oh, it's okay, John Mexico. I'll be back on, and tomorrow night is a karaoke night for my TikTok. So if you want to come hang out with us, you want to sing, you like enjoy singing, you gonna come back on Thursday, John Mexico? I look forward to it. All right, y'all. Hope y'all have a very wonderful, and a very blessed night. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Remember, brush your teeth, okay? Brush your teeth and talk to God. And I'll see y'all. Good night, everyone. All right. Let me fix the screen first. Fix the layout. There we go. Okay, guys. Good night. All right, YouTube. I know I missed some of you guys' comments. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to interrupt or be rude. But I'll be back on in the morning. I hope y'all have a lovely night. I'll see you guys. Good night.